Greetings, viewers. My name is Biggcriddi The Hedgehog, and welcome back to my Happy Halloweenathon, where I review Halloween-based movies all month long. And today, I will be reviewing Return of the Living Dead. Okay, another day, another movie for my Happy Halloweenathon. However, so many people have already covered this movie before, so I won't go in complete detail in the plot, but with everything else. But let's get into the history bit. Return of the Living Dead was a 1985 horror comedy movie directed by Dan O'Bannon. Now I know what you're thinking. Why did Biggcriddi just say comedy in a zombie movie? There are some comedic jokes within the movie, but you would need to watch it yourself. But this is my favorite zombie movie in its unique sort of way. But what makes this movie so different is how the zombies are portrayed. If you shoot one, it has no effect. If you chop off their limbs, those limbs then act independently. And not even burning them works, because all it does is release the trioxin gas back into the air, which then comes down from a rainstorm, and as a result, more zombies come. But this is exactly how a zombie apocalypse should go. Every single cause has an effect, and it raises the stakes, showing that there is no way to beat the zombies. Oh yeah, they can also talk and eat brains. As I said, many reviewers have already covered this movie several times already, so I'm just going to give a brief rundown of the plot and most of the kills for the movie. And with that, let's get to the plot. Our movie begins at a medical supply warehouse where we see a worker, Freddy, only working to satisfy his fascinations. And his boss, Frank, tells him a story that the Night of the Living Dead incident was a real occurrence with some kind of chemical gas that brought the dead people back to life. Unfortunately, it had been covered up by the government a long time ago. So Frank then decides to show Freddy some dead bodies that the warehouse stored in their basement. One simple mistake caused the chemical known as trioxin gas to leak into the warehouse, bringing everything back to life. When things start getting out of hand, Frank calls Bert to help fix the problem. When he does arrive, he is so pissed off at the two Stooges because if word gets out that all of this happened, he is going to be sued into oblivion. One of the naked cadavers was brought back to life, and Bert decided they should kill it by pickaxing it, but it didn't work. Next, they chop up the cadaver's body, but then it ends up moving on their own. Desperate, he decides to contact his friend Ernie to burn up the alive cadaver in his crematory, but all that does is release the gas from the cadaver into the night sky, which then comes back down when a rain occurs. Oh yeah, before I forget, there are a lot of side characters in this movie, a lot of punk rock kids who are friends with Freddy. There's Tina, Chuck, Casey, Spider, Scuzz, and Trash. Oh yeah, and the last one's name is Suicide. And while all of this is going on, they're caught right in the middle of it, between the medical supply house, the crematory, within a large cemetery right in the middle. Things only escalate from there. As the rain continues, all the zombies start coming out of the ground, and a few of the cast gets picked off one at a time. Suicide gets killed by a zombie known as Tarman, Trash gets killed by a bunch of zombies, Scuzz gets killed by a woman zombie, 4 paramedics get killed, and a whole bunch of cops. Freddy eventually does die, but comes back as a zombie and tries to eat Tina's brains. Another great part of the movie is when the police form a blockade around the perimeter and the zombies show up, and you get a great example of what I meant by guns have no effect. Then we reach the end when Bert calls the number on the can, contacting Colonel Glover and explaining the situation to him, while Colonel Glover contacts the military, having them shoot a heavy artillery missile that blows up the entire area with Bert and everyone still trapped. Although you would think this is a victory, the cycle just starts all over again and the movie ends. Alright, let's get to the results. I really enjoyed reviewing this movie. It was very gory and very intense, with funny scenes and zombies that were spectacular to look at. With high intelligence and brutal force, it definitely seemed like a natural occurrence with a zombie apocalypse in an altered universe sort of way, and the effects definitely held up. Well, that's all for now. Thank you all for watching. My name is Biggcriddi The Hedgehog. We'll see you next time.